What's up, everybody? COGconnected coming to you live from E3 2018, where I am Paul. I'm the executive editor, and alongside me, Trevor Houston, editor-in-chief.
You betcha, yeah. How's everyone doing? Welcome to our awards.
Yes, it is time for the E3 2018 awards, the best of E3, where we're going to run around this morning and hand them out to all the winners. Lots and lots of fantastic games here at the show. And we're just going to go through them one by one and let you know why we picked stuff.
There'll be a lot of hustling. We'll be sprinting. We've got an hour and a half to make magic happen and hand out, probably about 20 awards.
Yeah, there's a lot of distance between the booths, so we're going to be working hard. We're going to be hustling.
It's good, because I can afford to lose a few, so I'm looking forward to the morning workout here.
So should we just get right into the awards?
Let's just get right into the first award.
Right. These are in no particular order. The first one is Best Pixel Art.
And who did we give that one to?
Children of Morta. Who were at the Xbox conference, and a bunch of us played a couple of days back, and just looks fantastic.
Butter smooth, a roguelike that's not a roguelike. One of our staff members had nothing but fantastic things to say about it, so it is getting our Best Pixel Art Award.
Moving right on. Best Indie.
Drumroll, we gave that to
Tunic, which was also at the Xbox press event. Actually, a single developer developing that one. Looks, I don't know, it's kind of a 16-bit Zelda style, but it looks like clay.
It does look unique. I didn't get a chance to get my hands on it, but again, a few of the staff were raving about it. It's our best indie. Next up, we have Best Sports Game.
Bit of a thin choice. There wasn't a whole lot of sports going on this year.
One publisher with all the sports games, pretty much, some exceptions.
Yeah.
But we gave it to Madden 19. It was a tough race, but yeah, we ended up giving it to Madden. FIFA's outstanding, and we love the strides that NBA 19, I hope it's called 19. There's so many sports games. But yeah, we like the strides that NBA has made, but Madden is a polished experience.
Up next, Best Racing. And this one was honestly a complete no-brainer. There was one game that was head and shoulders above everything else.
Yeah, there are a couple of racing games out there, but nothing compares to Forza Horizon 4. And that was our best racing game.
Yeah, the demo here at E3 showed off a lot of the seasons that they were talking about at the conference. And it does change the way you have to approach things with the different weather conditions, and the visual change is nice. They've
refined such an amazing racing experience that it stands on its own. And it's fun, it's fast, and the demo was a thrill to play.
Moving along, this is a unique one. I don't know of anybody else who actually does this award. This is for Best PR Crew. We came up with this just to recognize the people that are putting in the hard work behind the scenes to make sure that all the press have good access to the games and are able to put together coverage for the gamers out there in the world. And our Best PR Crew this year is actually going to Xbox.
Well deserved. I mean, they really rolled out the carpet for COGconnected. They gave us access to really everything that was on display. It's great for us because we are a small indie site, so when we can get the access, the same level of access that the big guns get, we really appreciate that. And Xbox, this year, you are getting our Best PR Crew Award because you guys were awesome.
All right, moving right along with the Best Fighter at E3 2018. And we had no choice but to give this to Smash Bros. Ultimate.
Yeah, it's got, everybody's extremely hyped on the floor. Everywhere we walk, they're talking about Smash Brothers, the 68 or 60 some odd fighters, however many there are, and people are just gushing over the game. It's getting our Best Fighter of the award, and I don't think it's close.
I mean, there are a lot of strong contenders like Dead or Alive 6, Soul Calibur 6.
Okay, it's a bit closer than I thought.
It was a tight race. Let's be honest here.
Okay, it was tight.
Smash Bros. Ultimate. It's going to be that system seller this year for Nintendo.
Next up, we have
Best Adventure. Now, what constitutes an adventure game is kind of up in the air. I think we change our definition three or four times a week.
We have a tough time locking down what exactly is an adventure game versus an action game. We debate about it, I think, every single year.
Yes, we do.
And we gave it to
Assassin's Creed Odyssey. And I mean, we decided it was an adventure more so than an action game because it's so story driven and so story focused, bringing the history into things. And as well, it also just looks completely gorgeous.
Well, and what I didn't know is that a lot of people assumed that this was going to be a yearly release and that the dev team's only had about a year to work on it. That's not true. They've actually had a solid 3 years to work on this game, and it shows. It looks really good, and it was one of those demos that sort of blew us away.
Best multiplayer. There were a lot of options for this one, but in the end, only one could win, and that was the Division 2.
Yeah, a bit of a dark horse. I mean, with Call of Duty and Battlefield games, new Call of Duty games on display that are already sort of well-established as solid multiplayer shooters, we really like what the Division 2 did. They took what worked in the first game and just made it that much more enjoyable this time around. I played a demo. I loved it. It was fabulous. We played a 4-player co-op game, and I didn't want to put the controller down. Next up.
Best booth design. Now, this is another unique one to COGconnected, because we like to recognize the hard work that goes on behind the scenes to make sure that the booths look really cool. And there was one that was head and shoulders above this year.
And that was Fortnite. I mean, just throw a battle bus in a booth with like a piñata, bull riding machine, some popcorn, some slurp juice. Yeah, they win booth design. And yeah, it's a unique booth. If you check in with our tours, you'll probably see it on our tours video.
Yeah, we actually cover in depth the turf that they got on the ground. It's very squishy. Well appreciated on the Tootsies after a few hours of walking around.
Which is a nice segue into our next award.
It is. Best booth carpet. I don't know anybody else who has an award like this.
No, this is a COGconnected original award. We consider it one of our most prestigious awards. For sure. And who did we give it to?
It was a tight race this year. There were some really, really squishy carpet out there, but we gave it to WB.
Yeah, there was something like, I just wanted to take my shoes off and scrunch my toes in the carpet. And I mean, when you've been on your feet all day, like you have at E3, you really appreciate those really soft, comfy carpets. And so we're going to give Warner Brothers the best carpet at E3.
Best action game. Now, this one was hotly contested, hotly debated, but in the end, my tenacity won through because we're giving it to Hitman 2. Pretty much
looks fabulous.
Yeah, I mean, it's nothing special compared to the first game, but it is more of the first game, which is exactly what I wanted. All just the breadth of options in terms of killing someone, it's amazing. I slapped someone to death with a fish yesterday.
What game can you do that? There are no games you can slap people with a fish to death.
Hitman 2, that's worth an award right there.
Absolutely. Just for being able to kill people with a fish. You win, Hitman 2.
I believe it said large trout. Best shooter. This one wasn't too close. I thought it would be close, but it wasn't. We gave it to Rage 2.
We did. We did. Well deserved. I mean, the demo, which I think pretty much all of us played. Yeah, it had that Doom feel. That dynamic music that really gets you ramped up. It had big effing guns. It had everything that you want out of a really good shooter, and it felt great. Like the handling, the controls felt wonderful. I really want to play this game some more. I want to blow shit up and jump into this world. I really enjoyed that demo.
Yeah, Punk Doom with pink skies. What can go wrong there? Best RPG. And
as I fiddle with the awards.
I mean, there were a few options for this one, but we had to go with Kingdom Hearts 3.
We did. I mean, it's another one of those games that there's a lot of E3 chatter about. People are pretty excited about it. Yeah, it seemed to be the clear winner. What else is there to say?
I mean, what James said about it, I haven't played it yet, but he really liked the diversity of environments. Like, there's a lot of different Disney environments going on. And each of them feels really authentic to the movie that they're pulled from.
He did. He was really impressed with the level design, so that's certainly something that's resonating with fans.
All right, we're really cooking along here now with Best New Game.
Best New Game. Now, this was another one we debated. Like, is this game new or not? And I think we went with, because this is the first time we've seen sort of really meaty gameplay or really any solid video at this point.
Yep. Anything other than concept art. We decided to go with Cyberpunk 2077.
Yeah, you might be thinking, well, that's not a new game. That was announced years ago. Yeah, but we haven't seen anything until now. So you know what? We're considering it new. It's our awards, and we can decide whatever we want.
We do what we want. And I mean, you can complain in the comments, but
right.
We already gave the award by the time you see this, so... Joke's on you, suckers.
Yeah, Cyberpunk is truly amazing. That's a game I just need to get in that world.
Best lore, predictably, based on the last award, Best New Game, also Cyberpunk 2077.
Why are we giving this award?
Yeah, well, we came up with Best Lore because we didn't feel like Best Looking Game or Best Style really captured a lot of the world building that goes on in a really cool game. So, you know, the trappings around the world, how alive does it feel? How lived in does it feel? Cyberpunk really blew us away in that respect this year.
Yeah, absolutely. And yeah, it's worthy of 2 awards. And there might be more for Cyberpunk.
We never know.
We don't know yet.
You never know. We don't even know what we picked.
Sometimes I don't know.
Best of E3. Best Looking Game.
Best Looking Game. That's always a fun one. And we went with
Metro Exodus. Because that game looks absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah, there was something about the trailer. I mean, it blew us away last year when it was revealed at E3, and yet again this year, the trailer, the level of detail is absolutely stunning. Yeah, I was really impressed with that game and how good it looks. And it's yet another in many games we've seen this week where I want to get into that world and I want to play it, and it is sharp looking to say the least.
Jaw Dropper. Now we give out this award for not necessarily a specific moment, but just a sequence or an event where everybody's jaw is on the floor and just completely blown away, awestruck at the magnificence of whatever's going on screen. And this year, what do we give it to, Trev?
Ghosts of Tsushima. Yeah, if you were watching the Sony press conference like we were, you probably were also awestruck with how great it looked. And it was, I found it jaw-dropping. Like, the combat alone looked incredible.
Yeah, that the first time they introduced the combat when that single strike was incredible. Jaw-dropping, you might say.
Absolutely jaw-dropping. Next up
is the feels.
The feels.
I don't think we really need to explain this.
No, it was well, and it was not. There was nothing else that sort of gave us that emotional sort of reaction when we watched either a demo or played a game, like The Last of Us 2.
Yeah, the flip from the dance sequence in the church to that devastating, visceral combat out in the forest with Ellie, and then bringing it back to, you know, where she came from, where she began her journey. Really got me right in the feelers.
Yeah, you immediately have that emotional connection with Ellie, and so you can't wait to see what happens in the next chapter of her life in The Last of Us 2.
Absolutely. Best style. So this is different than best looking game because you can have a good looking game that's not very stylish. It just doesn't have a flair, or it doesn't have a unique something about it. But this game definitely has both, and is definitely an extremely stylish game.
It oozes style, even in the combat, in those like killing sequences. Yeah, it oozes style. Everything about it. A lot of artistic style in this game.
We're keeping you in suspense here. That's Ghost of Tsushima, by the way.
Oh, we should mention the game.
Yeah, most stylish.
All right.
Best VR trip.
Best VR trip.
Now,
right.
with the prevalence of VR games, more and more every year, we came up with this one a couple years back. This year, we decided to give it to Beat Saber.
Yeah, again, that's another one where a couple of the crew were really impressed. They felt it was really responsive and fluid, and they loved the way it felt when they played the game. So, yeah, we're going with Beat Saber.
Getting down to the end here.
Our last, yeah, it's our last 2 awards.
Last 2 awards. We've got Best Exclusive. And this one's probably not going to be a surprise to anyone.
Drum roll, please.
The Last of Us 2. Now, I mean, obviously the first game, Naughty Dog stepping out from the Uncharted series with a brand new IP. It turned into a huge system seller, and I think this is going to be the same case with The Last of Us 2. It's just a mind-boggling masterclass of game design and execution.
Yeah, I love the trailer. It's easily my most anticipated game right now. And yeah, and it was a pretty cool way to show the game to everyone this year.
And finally, Best in Show.
In Show. The last one.
The very best, goddammit.
The cream of the crop.
The tip of the iceberg? That's wrong. No, it's the best. The very best in Show.
The very best.
And again, we had no choice. We had to go with The Last of Us 2.
Yeah, naturally, if we're going to give Last of Us 2 Best Exclusive, it's probably that's going to end up being our best in show. But yeah, Last of Us 2, it's, what can you say? It looks like it's going to be an incredible experience, and everything we've seen so far at E3 is putting that game a slight notch above everybody else.
So there you have it, everybody. That is COGconnected's E3 2018 awards. What do you think? Do you disagree? Do you agree? Tell us in the comments right down below. Of course, give us a like if you liked what you saw, and subscribe if you want to see more content just like this. So we've been Paul and Trevor signing off from Wednesday at E3.
Thanks for joining us, everybody.
See you later.
Peace out.